Well, Tennessee Republicans are trying to enact harsher penalties for women who get abortions. Abortion is already illegal in the state of Tennessee. A proposed amendment would effectively treat the procedure the same as homicide under the law.
But we've learned the Republican supermajority may not be in lockstep on this idea. Here's News 2's Kelly Miley.
Equally protected from fertilization to natural death. That is what this Tennessee proposal says. In plain terms, it would treat an unborn child the same as a person already born when it comes to criminal law. A woman who gets an abortion would face the same punishments as a woman who kills her baby after birth. According to the proposal, enforcement would follow the same presumptions, defenses, immunities, and clemencies used when a person born alive is killed. State Representative Jody Barrett is the sponsor.
No child should be murdered in the womb and their life terminated. 100% of the kids that are babies that are terminated through abortion are victims, 100%. But I can't say that 100% of the women who kill their babies through abortion are victims. It's just not, it's apples and oranges.
Under Tennessee law, homicide includes first-degree murder. In limited cases, that can carry capital punishment.
To think that they would be criminalized for their pregnancy outcomes to the point of the threat of the death penalty is beyond cruel.
Barrett argues courts already distinguish between different circumstances in homicide cases.
You know, the 13-year-old kid who was raped by a family member in an incestuous relationship is a completely different set of facts and circumstances and would be treated completely differently by the courts than somebody who's gone in for their 75th abortion and they have one every 3 months.
Asked about the amendment yesterday, Governor Bill Lee said this.
I think what's most important is that we protect the life of children. Beyond that, I won't comment on it because that's not an issue I'm working on right now.
A spokesperson later reached out to clarify that the governor's office has flagged the proposal, meaning there are concerns. Barrett says he is moving forward.
Well, I've not heard from the governor's office, so I don't have any comment as to what his position or the administration's position is on it.
Legislative hearings will pick up on this next week. Bob and Haley, if this passes, it will go into effect July 1st. Back to you.